Hello, fellow lightworkers and spiritual warriors. Welcome to the May 2023 edition of 5D Messages from Mount Shasta. I am Dr. Christina Samesha, intuitive guide and author. I have been posting monthly podcasts of channeled messages from Mount Shasta, root chakra of the planet, to inspire and support fellow lightworkers as we shift into a higher state of consciousness and help the collective with this ascension process. Please sign up in my YouTube channel to receive my latest podcasts. You can also visit my website, Christina Psyd, that's Christina with the CH, PSYD.com, for more information regarding this collective evolution we are experiencing, as well as information regarding my book, The Journey of Discovering Inner Peace, which has many valuable tools that can be helpful in navigating this challenging yet amazing time. We are now fully in eclipse season, which is a time of exponential growth. In today's podcast, I will be providing some valuable information to assist us in staying on track as we shift into an even higher state of consciousness. This eclipse gateway energy will last for the next 6 months, and we have the opportunity to really create a new reality. We are now fully in the earthy Taurus energy, and our nodes are still in Taurus and Scorpio, because Taurus represents how we value ourselves and being self-sufficient. It is important for us to really focus on tangibly creating a world that is based on the ideals we hold, which will be the focus of this podcast. Because Scorpio South nodes represent letting go of power dynamics, I will be exploring that as well. However, let's first do a quick recap of last month and a brief look ahead of the energies that we will be experiencing through October, which will provide us with some forward momentum in this ascension process. Last month, on April 19th or 20th, depending on your location, we experienced a rare solar eclipse, which activated a significant alignment. Pluto and Aquarius squared the north and south nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. Since the beginning of 2022, we have been working with the Taurus north node, what we need to be focusing on, which rules the material world and how we value ourselves, and the Scorpio South Node, which is what we are releasing. This rules transformation and power dynamics. We will be continuing our focus on these themes until June, when our collective nodes change. Soon after the new moon, we transitioned into Taurus season, and on the 21st, Mercury went into retrograde in Taurus, which slowed things down, and will be ending mid-month. You may have felt a bit wobbly around the 20th, but as we exited April, the energy seemed to have steadied a bit. The energy is currently still pretty calm. However, this may be the calm before the storm because we are still in the middle of this Pluto square, and on May 5th, we will be experiencing the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which will likely be powerful. Full moon eclipses are all about endings, and this one is in Scorpio, which is huge. Pluto, the planet of transformation, always has a huge impact on the collective. So Pluto went into the sign of Aquarius at the end of March, which will be transforming the Aquarian aspects of our lives in hopes of rebuilding a better world. Aquarius is a rebellious sign that rules humanity, doing what's best for the collective, and is very progressive. In 20 years, our world will look significantly different as we take that giant leap into the age of Aquarius. However, on May 1st, Pluto and Aquarius went into retrograde and will stay there until mid-June, and then further backtrack into Capricorn and then squares the new nodes in Aries, North Node, and Libra, South Node. Aries is very fiery, so this will definitely ramp up the intensity of the energy, which will last until October. This will most definitely create some huge tension within the 3D matrix. During the month of May, I believe that us lightworkers really need to focus on creating a material world that is in alignment with the values we hold. Staying in alignment with universal guidance of the Taurus season, North Node, and Spring season, it is time for us to be planting seeds, tangible ones, not just conceptual ones, so that in June, when we switch nodes into the fiery cardinal Aries node, the universe will give us that push to materialize the vision we have been conceptualizing for quite a while. It appears as though this can be done if we fully let go of our attachments to the 3D world. As I mentioned in March, the alignments of Saturn in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius are calling us to courageously become the leaders of this 5D ascension movement. And we need to start putting things into action because we are here to create this blueprint for this new Earth. This is the year to take action, and there is a universal power behind it. There are several factors that have been holding us back from taking action, which we could hopefully fully release around this upcoming full moon eclipse. I believe that a lot of us have been waiting for the external world to change. Although we have been anticipating the collapse of the 3D matrix and would love to see some dramatic ending, it is more likely that the 3D world will continue experiencing contractions in the birthing process and will continue to grow in intensity until more people wake up. Remember, 5D is a state of consciousness, not a place. There may not be some dramatic event that catapults us into another dimension. We need to create it. Whether or not there is another big contraction in the 3D matrix, our focus needs to continue to be to fully exiting it, which starts by letting go of our attachment to it. We need to switch our focus from running away from the constructs of the 3D to running towards a better future. I can't emphasize enough that we need to start making things happen. We know that is why we are here. We need to fully step into the power as the leaders. Although I know we have all been working hard on living in alignment with this higher state of consciousness by doing our deep purification work and focusing on manifesting with our thoughts and actions. But we really need to look at ourselves to see have we really detached from this 3D construct. Are we still focusing on an old, corrupt, broken system instead of creating a new one? It's time to start creating a new system, not attempting to fix a broken one. If we continue focusing our attention on these old paradigms, we essentially are keeping it alive. Those of us who are already awake should be focusing on building the future, not investing our energy into a dying system. And this is the month to start taking tangible action. Because our south nodes represent the aspect of our lives that we need to let go of, let's examine some of the Scorpio themes we need to release, which are also standing in our way of moving forward. If we are to stand in our power, we need to fully release our victim paradigms and our internalized power dynamics. Many of us lightworkers had younger-souled, more narcissistic parents, authority figures, siblings, and other individuals within our lives that have caused us trauma, which has created internalized fear, victim paradigms, and perpetuated dysfunctional dynamics. We have long been aware that our younger-souled brothers and sisters, who have primarily led with their egos, created so much harm to the planet. Because of our traumas, we have been fully afraid to stand in our power. It is time to release these fears and take actions. Furthermore, our childhood experiences created dysfunctional dynamics that we've internalized of how we relate to others. So based on learned patterns, we sometimes take or give energy to others. Because most of our parents were imperfect, they learned to maneuver the world seeking additional energy from other people, including us. Based on our parents' stories, unknowingly they engage with us through these power dynamics referred to as control dramas, which range from passive to aggressive forms of obtaining energy. Depending on the control drama used by our parents and our innate temperament, we adapt our own tactic of relating with others, which becomes embedded in our subconscious. Unless we explore and resolve this dynamic, we maneuver life being either the bully or the victim. However, when we become self-actualized, we step out of this paradigm. Many of our parents, siblings, etc. took on a bully role, and we then internalized the victim role. As we become empowered, we realize that there's a third position, not to engage in either role, and we learn how to navigate relationships without being a bully, which means not desiring power or control over others, imposing our values, or manipulating others to satisfy internal needs. We learn how to set boundaries with others, communicate assertively, and take responsibility over our lives, whereby stepping out of this victim paradigm. We have to begin creating this new earth without fear. Are you ready to take the lead? So just to recap, May is the month for us to take some tangible action steps. I am excited to hear from all of you to see what amazing things you are creating. Sending all of you lots of love and light from Mount Shasta. I am so excited to be sharing yet another amazing month with all of you as we continue creating this new earth. Stay tuned for my next podcast in June.